Hi, my name's Yvette and this is my yoga YouTube channel. Hi, welcome to another week of Why Yoga with me, Yvette. Today we're going to be working on conquering the crow pose, also known as Bakasana, and just finding lift in our bodies. I know Bakasana is one that a lot of people really like to work on and really like to get. It's kind of nice and flashy when you can achieve it, and there's also this really nice sense of lift and strength when you can get it. But not to worry if you're worried, like, oh no, it's too hard, I won't be able to do it. It's okay. I'm going to add in some poses and some variations so that somebody at every level, whether it's beginner or intermediate or advanced, there'll be something for everybody. Okay, so I'm going to start just gently warming up the body, and then we'll move into opening up the hips, which are surprisingly important when it comes to an arm balance like Bakasana, because if you think about it, we're really in quite a deep squat, and we're going from a deep squat into a hand balance. So we want to make sure those hips are nice and open, and also warm up the arms without exhausting them. Okay, so let's get straight into it. Resting your hands on your knees, finding the floor with your sit bones. And when we're thinking about balance, we're of course thinking about engaging the pelvic floor muscles and engaging our Uddiyana Bandha here in our torso. Inhale and exhale through the nose, looking over your left shoulder. Inhale, coming back to the center, and exhale, look over your right shoulder. Inhale, come back to the center, and exhale, drop your head back and allow your mouth to pop open. Inhale, come back to the center, and exhale, drop your chin to your chest, stretching along the back of your spine. Inhale, coming back to the center. Let's stretch the sides of our bodies now. Take your left hand onto the floor and inhale your right hand to the sky, looking towards that hand, and then gently lowering it over to the side, keeping your both hips and knees towards the ground. Holding here for 3 full breaths, 5 breaths if you want a deeper, longer stretch, really extending through the fingers. Inhale, come back to a seated position, and then repeating on the other side. Reaching tall, finding the length, and then exhaling, extending energetically through the hands, looking to the sky. Breathing deeply, really filling the chest cavity, really finding the extension here in the body. Inhale, coming back to the center. Roll the shoulders back, bring your hands forward, and let's come to a table position. Inhale, roll your shoulders back, looking forward, opening up the chest here. Exhale, arch the spine, drop the head completely here. Inhale, rolling the shoulders back, shoulders are over wrists, and then turn your toes over, and we're pushing, lifting to downward facing dog. Making sure to really work those heels towards the ground here, pressing through the fingers, rolling the shoulders away. Let's take 3 breaths here. Remember to keep engaging your belly and looking towards your belly button. Inhale, bring your feet to between your hands. Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold. If you want a deeper stretch, bring your hands behind your calves and draw your forehead towards your knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, stepping back to high plank position. Knees, chest, and the chin on the floor. Ashtanga Namaskar. Inhale, cobra, pressing through the hands, rolling the shoulders back, keeping the elbows tucked in. Exhale, pushing back to downward facing dog. Inhale, bring the feet forward. And coming to Malasana, deep squat. Bring the hands together as much as possible. It's okay if you need to leave them on the floor, but if you can, bring them together, roll the shoulders back and lift, dropping deep into the squat as much as possible. If you find this position very easy, try and bring your feet more parallel. Deep in the squat, open the chest. Breathe in this position for at least 3 breaths, 5 if you want to, even more if you feel very comfortable or want that longer stretch. Exhale, bring your hands to the floor. We're going to take this stretch a little further, Ardha Malasana. So taking your left leg to the side, drop gently into that left side, coming up with the foot, the right foot, bring your hands together. Holding here as much as possible. If this is difficult and you need to come up a little, that's fine. Keep trying to work your hips towards the ground. Bring your hands to the floor. Try and stay on a level and do the same on the other side. Resting in this pose, finding the length, opening the chest. Bring your hands to the floor again, coming up halfway. Inhale, Prasarita Padottanasana here. Exhale, drop the head. Inhale, open, bring it together. Turn over your right foot and step back to high plank position. This time Chaturanga Dandasana, bend the elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift the right leg into the air, pointing through the feet. Drop that left heel into the floor. Press through the hands, reach it tall. Then bend at the knee and start opening the hip. Hold here for 3 breaths, or if you want to and you know the variation, bring that foot down and open the chest for Wild Thing. Coming back to downward facing dog on the 3 legs, on the 3 points. Then back to downward facing dog. Lift the left foot, just a little bit is fine as well, but trying to really lift that foot into the air. Bending at the knee and opening. Try and keep your shoulders square to the front and your torso square to the floor. If you know the variation, open up here again, lengthening through the body, opening the chest to the sky. Coming back to Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Then bringing the feet down. Coming forward for Malasana, or garland pose. And now that we're warmed up, our muscles are more ready. If you want to, feel free to do some sun salutation A's to warm the body up more. Otherwise, if you feel pretty good, you can start coming into Bakasana, crow pose. So when we're doing crow pose, what we really want to do is, of course, balance on the hands by using our whole hand, really making sure to grip the ground. What's important here is the connection between our knee, our legs, and our arms. Ideally, you want to really get that knee into the armpit. But for now, probably what's going to happen is that you're going to rest your knee, rest your leg on the back of your arm, kind of like a ledge. You want to press through that. It's very important to use your core muscles here to keep your body tight and lifted. And you also want to lift your hips. When you're comfortable in the balance, then you can start to drop them, really focusing on lifting the chest. One of the issues that I find teaching Bakasana is that people are very afraid that they're going to fall forward on their face. Your body is going to follow your face, it's going to follow your head. So as much as you can lift up and look forward, send your energy outwards, you're much safer. If you look down, your body's going to follow you and you're much more likely to drop and face. So for now, we're all going to start with the first variation, the first preparation, which is just coming forward on the hands. and turn to the side so you can see me a bit more easily. So we're sitting in our deep squat malasana garland pose. Bring your hands to the floor, and on your inhale, just rock forward, bringing the weight more into the hands, coming onto the toes. Exhale, rock it back. Inhale, rock it forward. I'm lifting my hips, I'm looking forward. Exhale, bring it back. Once more, inhale, come forward. If you want, you can maybe try lifting that left foot, holding there, pointing the toes to the middle. Then the right foot, hold it there. And then coming back down. If you're comfortable, if you're done, if you're like, I've got this, you can stop. Otherwise, you can try that same thing again, trying one leg and then the other. And if you're ready, you can try doing that again, gently transferring the weight into the hands, lifting the hips and lifting both feet. Placing the hands down, remember always to move with your breath. Coming forward, I like to place my knees as much as possible into my armpits. Resting forward, I'm looking forward, and I'm lifting my feet. Opening my chest to the sky. Place the feet down, and coming back to the squat. I'll show you one final variation, which is more of a transition. I'll show you the variation and transition. If you want, and you're feeling very confident, you can start practicing jumping into this position. So going back and jumping onto the arms. And if you want, the variation I'm going to show now is coming into the pose slowly and then jumping out of it to Chaturanga Dandasana. If you prefer not to do this, you can just move immediately into Chaturanga Dandasana. So, placing the hands forward. You can also use this time just to try it again. Coming forward, placing the knees onto the arms, looking forward, lifting the feet, and then jumping back. High plank position, lowering to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, opening forward. Exhale, coming back to our downward facing dog. Spreading the fingers, taking the heels into the floor, pressing the chest towards the thighs. And then stepping or jumping the feet towards the hands. Gently extend the legs outwards. And we're going to stretch out the stomach after that tight core work. So rolling the spine onto the floor. Bend the knees so that the feet are parallel, hip distance apart. Bring your fingertips to just touching your heels. Press your feet into the floor, lift your hips into the air, clasp your hands together. It's very important to keep your neck still, looking up directly and press to the floor to keep your hips high in the air. Stay here for at least 3 breaths. And then gently spread the hands, release the floor. Bring your knees in towards your chest, take your arms wide. Drop both knees over to your left side, look over your right shoulder. Bring both knees into the center and repeat on the other side. Knees go right, head goes left. Shoulders stay on the floor, palms into the floor. Inhale, bring the knees back up to the center. Feel free to hold that longer if you need to. Otherwise, gently take your legs to the ground. Rest your hands by the side of your body. And rest here in Shavasana, returning to a normal breath. So you can hold Shavasana as long as you want, as long as you need to, relaxing each part of your body. I'm coming out of it because I want you to be able to rest in your own time. But yes, so today we worked on crow pose, and next week I'll be bringing you a video on yoga for running. Thank you very much.